You made your cancel the sheet. 1, 2, 3, get sucked in my sheets.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to review Catherine. Catherine was released in 2011 by Atlus, the same studio behind the Persona series. This game is quite hard to define because it mixes two very different genres. It is a social simulation game combined with a puzzle platformer. It shares the same artistic style as Persona 5, but the gameplay is unique. Let's dive into the world of Catherine. Story. The story follows Vincent Brooks, a man in a love triangle between his girlfriend Catherine with K and a mysterious girl named Catherine with C. The narrative explores major themes like commitment, cheating, and freedom. The scenario is intense and realistic. Character development depends on your choices, which really enhances the experience. Gameplay and mechanics. The core loop of the game is divided into two parts. In the daytime, you talk to people at a bar. At night, you enter a nightmare world where you must climb a tower of blocks. The controls are generally very responsive. You need to move blocks quickly to create a path. When you get into the rhythm, the movement feels fluid. However, sometimes the controls can feel a bit clunky, especially when the camera angle changes or when you are behind a block. Because of this, I played without changing the camera unless I had to. The UI design is stylish. Vincent, the main character, uses his smartphone to check messages and save the game. The menus fit the theme of the game perfectly. Graphics and visuals. Catherine has a stunning visual style. It uses an anime aesthetic that we are familiar with. The game uses 3D character models for the gameplay and general cutscenes, and 2D animated scenes for the key parts of the story progression. The world design is interesting. The Stray Sheep Bar feels cozy and realistic, while the Nightmare World is dark and scary. The facial animations of the 3D models are very expressive. You can clearly see Vincent's fear and panic. Sound design. In terms of sound design, Catherine does what it's supposed to do. The background music in the bar is relaxing jazz. But in the nightmares, they use remixes of classical music. This creates a tense atmosphere. To be honest, I don't usually like jazz, but it actually works really well here. The voice acting is industry standard quality. This makes the characters feel very real.
They say it targets cheating men and kills them, or not.
Which is it? Wait, what? What exactly is this woman's wrath?
Enjoyment and replayability. Yes, Catherine is fun, but it is also stressful. The puzzle aspect is very challenging, especially in the later stages of the game. Regarding replayability, Catherine offers a lot of content. The game has 8 different endings depending on the karma meter, so you will probably want to play it again to see them all. There are also 2 extra game modes. Babel, which is a co-op mode, and Coliseum, where you compete against another player. Lastly, let's look at the pros and cons. The pros of Catherine are innovative mechanics, deep story, and stunning visuals. The cons are that the game can be very difficult for casual players, and as I mentioned before, controls can be clunky at times. But don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, Catherine is a unique experience. It is perfect for adults who like story-driven games and difficult puzzles. I give Catherine 9.5 out of 10. It is a classic that everyone should try. Thank you for watching.
May you rest in peace.
Now's not the time.